Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I am going to be giving every NFL team their Christmas present. Choosing to do this video today because I didn't want to pre-record it and I wanted to get it done before the new week started, so that's just how it's gonna work. I do want to say some of these gifts are very heartfelt, some of these gifts are rather practical, and some of these gifts might be offensive. But it's all in the good fun of the holiday, so please just try and enjoy yourself. Couple of plugs as always, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. And remember, on Christmas there is the Kevin Durant free square. All he needs is 1 point for the entry to win. Take advantage of it. However, that is all I got, so now let's get into me giving every NFL team their Christmas present. Alright, so we are going to do this by divisions today, and we are going to begin with the NFC North. So the first team I am getting a Christmas present for is going to be the Minnesota Vikings, and from me, they are getting a Fortnite reboot card so they can bring Kirk Cousins back. It's bullshit, man. If he was healthy, they would be one of the best teams in the NFC right now, and everybody knows it. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers. For Christmas, I would get Joe Barry an extension because I think he's doing a great job and he should stay there forever. Moving on to the Detroit Lions, I would get them a punching bag with Cam Newton's face on it. That way, after every single game, when they destroy their opponents, they can go off on it in the locker room because that guy's a stupid ass clown. Jared Goff can throw a football better than Cam Newton could ever fucking dream. And finally, capping off the NFC North, we got the Chicago Bears. I would get you guys a roll of duct tape because even though your team is terrible, you are still one of the loudest fan bases in the league. How? Now moving down to the NFC South, we will start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For them, I would get a good head coach. They deserve it, man. Like, I'm talking a good quality coach. And I don't know who, I don't have a lot of ideas. I like Dan Quinn, I like Flores, I like the coordinator on Detroit. I mean, there's a lot of people who could do it. I'm not a name guy, but I would get you guys someone who can give that team an actual shot. Now moving on, we got the Saints. You guys don't get anything. Like, you get absolutely nothing. Jack shit. You made me look like a damn fool. Nobody does that besides myself, okay? You understand? Next team we got is the Atlanta Falcons. I would get you guys common sense. Been a big elephant in the room there for a very long time, and he's still squealing. It is never the wrong time to make the right decision. And moving on to the Panthers, I would get you guys the best pair of noise-canceling headphones on the market, so you guys no longer have to hear the stupid slander about Bryce Young. You cannot slander a guy who was never given a fucking chance to begin with. Alright, going on to the NFC East now, we got Dallas. You guys get an apology for bending you over our knee and beating your ass with a leather belt on national TV for 3 hours straight. My bad. Moving on to Philly. I'd get you guys a PlayStation 5 and probably like 5 or 6 of the best games out there, considering you guys are gonna be bored shitless when you're bounced in the first week of the playoffs. Oh, you know it's true too, you guys are done. The New York Giants. I would get them a real wide receiver, a real legitimate wide receiving threat. I don't know who's about to be a free agent. I'm not gonna act like I know about the draft prospects. I've heard about Marvin Harrison Jr., but I would get the Giants someone like Odell used to be, a highlight machine, somebody who can bring anything down. Not a plethora of 5 or 6 guys that you're hoping are gonna be open. And ending, we got the Commanders. I would get you guys a time machine so you could go back and not pick the name the Washington Commanders because it's still fucking stupid. Not saying you need to go back to what it was, but you could have done 7,415 things better than the Commanders. I would have rather had the Washington washing machines. I'm not even kidding you. It's dumb. And ending the NFC, we got the NFC West. So starting off, we've got the 49ers. And sorry, children, this might be slightly inappropriate, but I would get them a box of condoms so they could at least be safe when they're fucking other teams. Hey, I can at least try and help both sides there be safe. You don't want to be spreading any diseases around. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals. I would get you guys a defensive tackle, a run stopper, someone. You guys are second to last when it comes to defending the run. Now, I don't want to run down your current defensive line because I'm not going to act like I actually even know who all of them are, but I feel like Jonathan Ledbetter and Roy Lopez are 2 names that you could easily improve. Plus, just be happy I didn't say I'm gonna get Kyler Murray a Call of Duty game or something fucking stupid like that. I'm at least creative. Now we got the Rams. I would get Kyron Williams a 4-year contract for $40 million, and I think he would accept that. Sounds crazy, but I would nearly want to keep him over Puka Nacua. I'm not saying I would, but nearly. And lastly, we got the Seattle Seahawks. I would get them the easiest gift of them all, a box of chewing gum for Pete Carroll. Practical, but good. You know it's gonna go to use, but you gotta get him a lot. If you get him like a 12-pack, that's gonna last him like a week. You gotta get him like a 100-pack or something crazy. Also, I don't know what kind. Pete strikes me as a minty guy though, so I wanna say like a double mint. That's one of my favorites. All right, now we're moving on to the AFC, and we're going to begin with the AFC East and none other than the Buffalo Bills. For them, I would get James Cook a really, really nice backpack for the next time he needs to carry the entire fucking team. Now we got the New York Jets. I would get you guys the complete film set, an anthology of your 2015 season, so your fans could go back and watch and relive the moment so they can actually know what it's like to finish with a winning record. Any child who has been born after 2015 and they're a fan of the Jets, they've been a loser their whole life. I feel terrible. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins. I would get you guys the biggest rear view mirror you guys could find so you could see who is coming, word choice, so you could see who is right behind you. And in case you guys get it and you don't actually read the little text at the bottom, it's extremely true, by the way. It says things in the mirror are often closer than they appear. And ending the AFC East, we got the New England Patriots. I got you guys a nice warm glass of shut the fuck up. You can be terrible for a season. You've been great for 20. And that will bring us to the AFC North. Starting off, we got the Bengals. You guys get a middle finger from me. I'm still salty about that Vikings game. I don't hate you. I really don't hate anything about you. I said I'm just salty, so fuck you. Moving on to the Browns, I would get you guys a refund for Deshaun Watson. Imagine what you could have done with all that money, or what you could still do with all the money you owe him, and how good you guys are without him. You don't need him. You are paying him an atrocious amount of money for absolutely nothing. The guy is terrible now. Now we got the Steelers. I would gift you guys a win this week so I don't look like an ass. I picked these bastards 13 times this year, apparently. That's disgusting. Some of you guys put in the comments like what the records would be had I picked correctly every week, and some of you guys have the records of what they actually are, so I got to go back and look. Ugh. Yeah, dude, I got some real mental problems with them. I got some real mental problems. And ending the AFC North, we got the Ravens. I would bring back these uniforms because these are fucking cool, and I want to see them again on you guys. That would be dope. Nothing against your current uniforms, but like, bring these back just for like 1 week. They're awesome. All right, moving on to the AFC South now. We are going to start with the Tennessee Titans, and they get an apology from me. Well, sorry, they don't. Will Levis does. I drug him through the mud. I slandered him, called him weird, which he kind of is, but who isn't weird? And anyway, at the end of the day, I just wanted to say I'm sorry because I think he actually looks like a really, really good quarterback. And I wouldn't say it's very far out of the picture that I might have an Oilers Levis jersey someday in a couple years, maybe. Now we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'd get you guys a time machine to go back to 2022 and redraft your #1 overall pick so you don't take Trayvon Walker. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's a good player, but he's not a #1 overall draft pick. You guys could have had Sauce Gardner, Aiden Hutchinson. I'm sure there's 1,000 more I'm forgetting off the top of my head. I'm just saying, I would get them a machine to go back and correct that mistake because they can pick up somebody who would be helping them a whole lot more than, well, Trayvon is. Now we got the Texans. I would get you guys brand new uniforms with a brand new color scheme. I don't hate your logo. I don't hate your team, but I don't like your jerseys or the colors, the blue and red. I think it all just looks like hell. I think you guys should do something that involves a little bit more black or gray. You can keep the red accent in there, but I just don't like that navy blue. And ending the South, we get the Colts, and I would give Anthony Richardson a year of invincibility. So then next year, we can see exactly what he is all capable of without the constant fear that he's gonna get hurt, because that is what I truly want. I don't want to hear what they're limiting him to do in order for him to stay healthy. I want him to go out there and tear it up just like he was in college. And ending, we got the AFC West. So starting off with the Chiefs, I would get them Velcro gloves for Kadarius Toney so he can't keep messing up. It's impressive that he still has like a starting job on that team. Seriously, like it is impressive. Going to the Broncos, I would get you guys a defensive lineman. I'm not sure what you need more between a tackle or an edge, but you have the worst run defense in football currently. And I think it's been like that for a good month. Now we got the Chargers. I would get you guys a vacation to Disney World because you deserve it. You've had a horrible year. Take time off. I'll see you you next season. Seriously, go have fun. And then ending, we got the Raiders. I would get you guys an offensive lineman and probably the best one available in the upcoming draft. They have the worst rushing in the league. They're averaging 83 yards a game. Like, that is the lowest, dead last. I really don't think anybody would be that good there. Now, with that being said, Josh Jacobs has taken a decline. You can tell he has, but he ain't as bad as what his stats are this year. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for me getting a Christmas present for every NFL team. I hope you guys liked this video and had fun with it. If you guys did and you want to show support, you already know what to do. And please turn that bell on. I try to post every single weekday. However, with everything I just said, I'm going to get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy the game tonight. And as always, I will see you in the next upload.